Hi guys, welcome back. This is Deborah and let's get started on having a look through of some more purchases that I've made while I was in Europe. So we're going to start with this. This is obviously not vintage, but it's a book that I found in a charity shop in England, and I had to pull the cover off, as I've said before, and I left that in the hotel room with all the other covers, but it's gorgeous. I do have a video, I believe, or maybe I put some pictures. I did take pictures of the actual book cover before I left it. So I'll find that and I'll put it in the description so you know what it's called if you're looking for it. But it was cheap. It was only a couple of pounds to buy, and the images are gorgeous. Just divine. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. The pansies. So there you go. That's thing one. This one here isn't old. It's actually a Pipkin guide for the world of Alice. But the reason that I bought it was twofold. First of all, it was only €1, so, or maybe a pound. I can't remember where I got it. But that's why I bought it, because of the price. And then when I started reading it, I was actually like, wow, this is really interesting, because if you look at the image, they're just really very much the same as the images that are on the Stamperia papers, the Alice papers. And that, I was like, wow, they're identical. They're just beautiful, and they're the same. And it also tells you, the story about the author, Charles Dodson. It gives you the whole story of him. Plus you've got lots of lovely pictures of Alice, and, for £1, I don't think you can go wrong. It tells you how he, did things like the poem that comes down, the mouse tale, or whatever it's meant to be. That's what I think it is, a mouse tale. So I haven't finished reading it yet, but it's not old, but I thought a good bargain. This is a book from the markets with these beautiful cards in them. Again, it's from Amsterdam, so everything's in Dutch. And I'm going to have to look at how I take these cards off, because they've been stuck to the paper and they're front and back. So that's going to take some work to work out how I actually get those off so that I can use them all. So if you've got any hints on that, I'd appreciate you leaving me a comment telling me how that's possible to get them off. I actually thought some pages had been taken out, but then I realised that I don't think that it has. I think that's just how they've sewn the signatures in this particular book, because it's just too neat. There you go. So that will be some sort of a task for me to do, and hopefully if I get them off, I will list some of the cards themselves in my Etsy shop. Here's a newspaper, or a weekly paper, it's called, The Bazaar, which I got at a market, and this was in England. So it's I haven't opened it. I don't know what was in it, but I just thought that I'd buy it because it was there. And I usually bundle things together, so I bundled it up and did it. And then these I got in Barcelona, at the local markets in Barcelona, and they're old papers. Now, I haven't gone through and read them all yet, but I believe that there's some sort of a legal paper, because I think on one of them at least I saw abogado, which is the Spanish word for lawyer. So that's second, third, so they're all numbered. So primero, first, manifesto, ensure that it is compressivo. Yeah, I'll have to go through and actually read them, but they're very old. I'm not sure if there's a date on them. Not that one. This one here is also the same. Look at that. It says in the city. The writing, it's actually brown. I don't know if that's coming up on screen, but it's actually brown ink. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, 1839. So I'm going to read through and find out what all this is about once I get time to sit down and actually do that. And then at the back there is a receipt. There you go. So that's beautiful. And this is some sort of an amount, totals and amounts. So these were just in a pile and I just grabbed them up and went, you know, how much? This is more. I don't know if it's the same legal document, but it's certainly more legal information here. You can see there's like a receipt that's attached there. It's actually glued on, so I'm going to have to be careful getting that off. But it's very similar to the other one, and it may even be part of it. Obviously, whoever was selling them had just sort of... They just dumped them in a bundle and waiting for me to come along and snap them up, I guess. Yep. So they are... the next lot that I found. And then the only other thing is this bookmark, which came from this Dutch quilt shop that I went into, and I bought some quilt fabric and they gave me the bookmark for nothing. She just put it in. It's actually like a business card. So, but anyway, I was grateful. I went thank you. So it was nice. They didn't speak any English at all, those people, but it was nice to go in and get some Dutch quilt fabric. So I think that is it for now, and the next one I'm going to do is on my fabric that I bought. So I hope you'll join me for that. This is Deborah. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.